Hi everyone, welcome back to the Nails channel. I'm Steffi Fernandez, and in today's video I'll be doing a gorgeous floral print design, and I'll be talking about how to paint a rose, an easy rose, in detail. Hope you enjoy this one. Let's get cracking. Okay, so for this design, I'm going to be using the base color Pisces. I love this color. And I'm going to apply a couple of thin coats on this. I was just trying to open that. On this nail. I absolutely love this blue. It's so gorgeous. And I'm going to apply 2 thin layers. And then we're going to pop it into the lamp and cure it for 30 seconds. Okie dokie, our nail is ready for the next stage. I'm going to be using a blooming gel just because I want a little bit of a tint under the rose that I'm going to paint on top. So I'm going to apply did I just say apply? I'm sure I did. I'm going to apply a super thin layer all over the nail of blooming gel. And then before I cure it, I'm just going to add a couple of well, maybe more than a couple, but just a few pink dots to have a bit of a kind of stained kind of areas on the nail. Okay, so for this I'm actually going to be using a color called First Night, which is a stunning pink. I'm going to take a little bit on my palette just like so, and then I'm going to be going in with my dotting tool. And I'm going to be taking the fattest side. So I've got a big ball on the end. And then I'm going to just pick up some of that paint and then just drop it where I want the color to spread. So I'm going to do it here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and here. Maybe another one here. And I'm just gonna let this bloom. I want it to bloom a bit more, so I'm gonna wait a few seconds and then I'm gonna pop it into the lamp. Okie dokie, so we've got our blooming gel cured. Now I've got burlesque and shamrock on my palette, and I'm gonna start painting the rose. Now the rose honestly is not as hard as you think. All we have to do is start with a spiral shape and then cup it from one side and then cup it again with shapes of C or U with a thicker body, and it goes thinner on both sides. Okay, so let me just paint it so it makes more sense to you guys. I'm going to basically start with a little shape, like I said, a spiral, just like so. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and now I'm going to start cupping that spiral shape with 2 C shapes around it. So I'm going to press so the body is slightly thicker, and then I'm going to go in and just flick it out so it looks like so. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So press a little bit so there is more thickness, flick it out and flick it out, just like so. And usually I like to do both petals opposite each other. You don't have to, but it's an easier way to remember how to do the rose without thinking about it too much or thinking about the placement of the petals. So I'm going to press it and again flick, press it and flick so it looks nice and round. Now to finish off the rose, I like to have one additional petal that doesn't have a petal opposite it, just to make it look slightly more, abstract and realistic. But again, this is not a rose that is super realistic. It's just something that's super easy and cool to do in a salon. You know what I mean? It doesn't take that much time. So I'm going to go into explaining this again so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to start with the spiral shape first. So I'm just doing a little spiral, and again, it shouldn't be a perfect one, just like so. And I'm now adding those petals around it. So I'm pressing and releasing the pressure to create a thinner outline in the edge. and I'm pressing to create a thicker body in the midsection of the petal, just like so. And again, the petals are opposite each other because it's easier to remember it this way. So again, I'm gonna do the petal, add slightly more body, flick it out. I'm gonna do one that's opposite it. Press, release, press, release. Do not overthink it too much. Again, I'm gonna add another petal just to finish up the rose nicely. And I'm gonna make it thinner as we go out. All right, now I'm going to repeat the same thing all over the nail, and we'll pop it into the lamp. So this design does really remind me of Kat Kidson's bags. What do you think, Lucy? Does it remind you of that? Or?
Yeah, it's got like a vintage rose look.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do a proper vintage rose that might be a bit closer to the pattern that's used on her bags. But those bags are iconic, aren't they?
Yeah, they're so lovely.
Absolutely beautiful. I don't even have one yet. I need to get one, to be fair.
I used to have one years ago. They're pretty good.
I do like them. I do like a good bag. But I'm more of a backpack person.
Really? Oh, I like to have like a tote or to hold something.
Oh, really?
Or a crossbody bag.
That makes my elbow hurt.
Really?
I used to be one of those people in London carrying a handbag, walking around. But now I'm like, give me a backpack any day.
Backpack for the win.
Backpack for the win. I've got so many and they're so weird. But weird is good. We love weird. Right, so I've got all my roses ready. I'm popping this into the lamp, and then we might add some more detail depending how I feel. Right, so I've got our roses cured. I'm just gonna go into is it Shamrock, I believe, and just add a couple of leaves here and there. It's not necessarily super visible, but it just adds a lot to the whole kind of look. So I'm just gonna add a couple of leaves for each rose, just to have a bit more detail. Who doesn't love a little bit more detail, eh? You've got to love it since I started, right?
Oh yeah, there's always something you can add.
There's too much things you can add. That's the whole the problem with me. I'm gonna start this. Right, so I've done that. I've got some beautiful green leaves on here. Right, now what I want to do is just add a little bit more dimension to that rose, and all we have to do for that is add a little bit of white lines that are like highlights on top of the petals. Okay, so I'm just gonna dip into Snow White, and all I'm gonna do really is just add a little bit of white lines here and there, just to add a little bit more detail. That's all. You can stop where you were, like after the leaves, really, it's up to you, but I'm just gonna highlight some of the petals, just adding a little bit more, kind of
gives them a lot of dimension, actually.
It does. It's a good hack.
Yeah, it's really good.
White lines, they're always there. They always kind of add this extra. They make everything pop out.
Yeah, 100%.
Even when you do it on character work, it's just brilliant. Okie dokie, I'm going in with my Urban Graffiti. Where are you? Top coat, there we go. I found it. And I'm gonna apply a nice thick layer over this bad boy before we cure it. And there you have it, guys, the final result. I absolutely love this. It really does remind me of that bag. The fact that I need to buy a bag as well, but it's probably not going to be a tote.
It'll be a backpack.
It has to be a backpack. You know me too well. I need a backpack. I used to always wear one of those bags which has a handle, and then my elbow used to go numb. I don't know how you do this, ladies. I'm sticking with my backpack as I get older. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's a super basic rose design. I know that I've done a video before on it, but a lot of people have asked me to do another one, so that's for you guys. And yeah, as usual, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all on the next one. Take care, guys.